Okay, so powertrain performance. Really impressed with the 6.7 liter high output Cummins diesel. First saw this and I was with Ram, and I hosted a really nice event where we had a chance to actually tow the max towing at 35,100 pounds. And that was up a grade. If I remember, it was about a 6% grade. It was pretty impressive. And so it's nice to have more time with this truck. Now, in this particular configuration, it's not rated to tow 35,100. This is the four-wheel drive crew cab, and so it's 34,130. Okay, so a slight drop there, but like that's really noticeable for us. So, but back to that Cummins engine, the high output, right? 400 horsepower, made it to the Aisin, 6-speed automatic, great combination. All right, proven combination for Ram. And so we ended up doing some towing with that, right? Doing some hauling. And again, just effortless, okay? Really handled towing, hauling at the same time. You know, no issues there. The other power plant that you can get would be the standard 6.7 liter Cummins. Horsepower is at 370. Torque is at 850. You do have also the 6.4 liter Hemi, horsepower as 410, and then torque was about, I think, 429 pound-feet. And so 3 different, powertrain combos, and it's nice to have, of course, the biggest powertrain offering in this truck that I had for about 3 weeks. So good time spent with it, certainly. Going back to towing, so we had 7,000 pounds that we were towing on a flatbed, the Kubota tractor, which, this thing again is ready to go up to 34,100 in towing. And with the cargo, we had the live oak firewood and about a half a quart of that, which comes out to be about 2,800 pounds. And so we were doing the towing and also hauling around the firewood at the same time. And again, the truck just handled it effortlessly, okay? Had no problems, whatsoever. And decided to go ahead and haul around the firewood for a while too, just to see how the truck would respond. And again, right, did really well. Didn't have any issues, with suspension or handling. Always felt safe. Love the diesel brake, okay? Anytime I got a diesel brake option in a truck, I'm gonna use it. Just makes good sense. And so thankfully they've got it here in the Ram 3500 Limited. You've got 2 settings, so you do have more aggressive full exhaust brake option, or you can go for another setting that's not quite as aggressive. And so I would use, for me personally, I like the full exhaust. Okay, that's what I ended up using. So did great at slowing the vehicle down. And of course, it helps to preserve the brakes. So anything, to promote, brake longevity, I'm all for it. It's good. Also, axle ratios, I wanted to go ahead and touch on that. So this has got the 410 or 4.10 rear axle ratio, which I recommend if you're gonna be towing, just go for that particular ratio if you can, okay? It's that lower gear ratio, which is higher numerically, okay, when you see it on paper. And you may have a little loss, okay, in MPG. It's usually the big concern for folks. But if you're going to be doing a lot of towing, which most folks, they get a 3500, they're going to tow with it. They're going to use it as a workhorse. Then I think it's worth getting the 410, okay? It really is. This will get up and go a little bit quicker too as well. That's another advantage of having that lower gear ratio, okay? So all for it. The other option is the 373. Now you're going to lose 1,400 pounds in towing capacity if you go with the 373. And maybe that's not a big issue for you, and that's fine, okay? But again, off the line starts, it's going to be quicker in that 410. And again, you're going to have a 1,400 pound difference. You're going to have 1,400 more pounds of towing capacity with the 410. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. MPG on that subject, going from Tuscaloosa here at Panama City, 270-mile trip, and we averaged 18.5 MPG highway going by Ram's numbers. City around here, completely unloaded. We had about 16 best. When we had tractor and the load of firewood, which again, 2,800 pounds. Cargo capacity is up to 5,600 pounds in this particular configuration. So 2,800 pounds, again, 7,000 pounds towing. We had about 12.3. It was about the lowest that we had dropped down to on MPG. So, not bad. Again, it's a big truck. Yeah, you got 14,000 GVWR, right? So it's a good sized truck. There's no question, no doubt about that. So, yeah, I thought that was impressive. Okay, really, to be honest. Again, considering we're towing, working the truck. So yeah, I thought that was good. The downside, I would say, for me, would be say the DEF tank capacity. It's only about 2.5 gallons. And Ram says in their manual, you can actually go past that, but it won't be reflected in the DEF gauge. Okay, so that's kind of odd. So, then you begin to wonder, where am I truly at a quarter tank of DEF, or am I a little bit beyond that, right? So, there's other trucks that offer greater DEF fuel capacity, or I should say just DEF capacity, DEF fluid. And so, yeah, it'd be nice if they offered a little bit more capacity. But anyways, for what that's worth. Another thing that is kind of a disappointment. Okay, middle seat in the back. You've got heating right in the front, and of course in the back as well. Okay, so the seats will heat up, 3 different levels of heating. But the middle seat, though, I had a complaint from one of my passengers that was stuck in the middle seat, right? And life in the middle seat. So, yeah, it wasn't heated. Okay, so that was a downer for that passenger. So I did take a heat gun to verify that, and sure enough, yeah, it was not heated. Okay, so temperature guns always come in handy, right? To go ahead and figure out surface temperatures, and something I've had for years. So if you're into working on cars, like me, boat engines, whatever, then highly recommend getting one. They're not that expensive. And so, yeah, I verified that middle seat indeed was cold. Okay, so maybe they could change that in years to come. I don't know. But yeah, otherwise though, really solid. Okay, an impressive truck.